Big Gang, Tom Abraham here, and we're going to call this little video a tale of two DQs. And let me say right up front, although I am the host of Bassmaster Radio, this video is in no way, shape, or form representative of any comments from Bass or Phoenix Boats or any of my other sponsors. This is strictly from me. So understand that. I am not representing BASS or Bassmaster when I make these comments, but I felt like I needed to comment on it because this is an important issue. Now, we had two DQs, one resulting from the St. John's tournament where Matt Herron basically failed a lie detector test afterwards, had an incident where he had gotten some information beforehand, inadvertent or otherwise, and was DQ'd from that tournament. And after the fact, he had finished 40th. He had to give up his money for that and the points. And then the other happened before the Lake Okeechobee event involving Scott Martin, and this one's really painful. Scott won in a runaway there last year in the Bassmaster Open. He was born and raised on that body of water. He loves Okeechobee and sure was looking forward to fishing that body of water, but he had a situation that he felt was maybe inappropriate. He called the tournament director ahead of time and had it dealt with and had to take the DQ. So to the first incident with Matt Herron, paraphrasing roughly, okay, conversation that he is having. Apparently, this is allegedly now, and this is not directly from Matt, but this is something that is information that has been out there and been reported, that he had a conversation with his brother, and his brother said something to the effect that, I hope nobody's going south, something along those lines. Now, Matt Herron ended up fishing 70 miles from the south end. He was on the north side of Palatka and so on. And so some people have said, well, that was useless information. It didn't matter. He wasn't fishing in that area. Anyway, no information is useless information. If somebody says, I hope nobody goes south, then maybe you don't go south. I mean, it goes into the mindset. It goes into what you're thinking and how you are going to attack a particular tournament. You basically eliminate half of the St. John's River with that decision. He ends up going north, finishing in 40th place. What Matt ends up doing is somehow he ends up, random or otherwise, with a polygraph. There was some inconsistencies with it. They DQ him. He loses his money and his points. And as a result, he quits the Elite Series. Quits. He'll fish the MPFLs. He was already signed up to fish them anyway. Matt was not a fan of forward-facing sonar and some of the new young bucks that have come along and had success. And whether all of that factored in or not, I don't know. His response was to quit the Bassmaster Elite Series, which is, without question, the number one series in professional fishing. Now we go to scenario number two. Scott Martin. He's a local. He's down there at the marina that has his daddy's name on it. And one of the locals comes over and starts talking to him about conditions. And the next thing you know, Scott's having a conversation with one of the local guys there that he knows, and they're talking back and forth about grass or whatever other conditions that are going on the lake. Afterwards, Scott realizes that, you know what, this conversation might have gone too far, because these things do happen sometimes inadvertently, and because I've had these kind of conversations with elite anglers, and immediately they'll cut you off, like, don't say anything because I don't want to get violated. All right, so that that it could be a violation of the information rule. So after reflection, Scott Martin decides, I probably didn't cut this off fast enough. I better tell Lisa Talmadge, the tournament director, what happened. He called her. Tournament hadn't started yet. Called her, tells her what happened. He ends up being disqualified from a tournament that means so much to him. And he did not have a great tournament at the St. John. So from a point standpoint, takes a massive hit here. Scott Martin's reaction is to say that I blew it. I went too far. It's a rule that we all know. It's something that we have to adhere to. And I have to suffer the consequences of it because I messed up. Talked about how much he loved Okeechobee, but basically his attitude was he owned it. And he says, I'm going to move forward, upward and onward. Mad respect for him on that. Because again, this is his home pond. And it's embarrassing for him, I'm sure. And it's something that you have to deal with. I thought he dealt with it like a man. I thought it was very respectful the way he dealt with it. He didn't try to hide it. He did it from before the tournament and took the hit. So congratulations to him. Just a tale of 2 DQs, and hopefully for both of these guys, whatever it is that they're looking for, I hope it works out for them. These are my thoughts and my thoughts alone. Have a great day.